If you enjoy farm podcasts, then tune into Carrot Cash Flow for all things farm business. Join us as we explore the latest trends, tips, and stories from market farmers running businesses just like yours. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just starting out, our podcast has something for everyone. Listen in and grow with us. Available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe to Carrot Cash Flow today.
Is there a particular reason why you've just sort of zeroed in on those like super high profitability, really fast turnover crops instead of, expanding into more, longer season stuff?
Yeah. I mean, really just the size factor is the main reason. On a small scale, if I'm cutting salad greens and pulling radishes out quickly and things like I can make enough money for a living wage. If I got into potatoes and,
Oh, yeah.
broccoli and these things, like I just don't have enough space. And my goal has never been to have a big farm. It's to
Mhm.
have a small farm where I can see every bed. This is kinda my thing is, like, I wanna see every bed from one shot.
Yeah, yeah,
So if I'm
absolutely.
gonna do that, I can't grow pumpkins and things that aren't gonna make me any money because they just sit in the ground for a long time, you know? So I would say, like, 80% of what I grow is, like, those high value, quick turnover crops. But now that I have a little bit more land, I am playing with some other things that I've always wanted to grow, like I'm getting ready to put my garlic in for the first time. I have a little area in my plot that I'm going to integrate some fig trees into. I grew flowers for the first time this year. The winter greens, like that's a whole new thing for me because I have the tunnel. So I am like really expanding my I don't know, it's kind of exciting, like, "Oh, I'm growing all these new things," but my bread and butter is still the high value crops. And so just having a little bit more space is giving me, like, this exciting kind of like, "Okay, I can keep doing this thing that really works for me and people love it and it makes me cash, but there are other things I do wanna grow?" And so that the extra space is allowing me those kind of exciting things. Like, this year, I grew sweet potatoes for the first time.
Oh,
It
wow. Yeah,
what?
you went to, like, one of, like, the hard like, the hardest things as far as, like, harvest,
I know.
post-harvest things goes.
Well, it was kind of an experiment, and I only took 1 small bed. I took a 20 f I have an area inside my farm plot that I call, like, experimental, and so I made these 25-foot beds, and I'm like, it's extra space beyond my kinda normal space, and I'm like, "Let's just grow some fun things and experiment over here." So I use it for, like, new salad greens that I've never grown before. It's like, "Oh, what's this one do? Let's just do 25 feet of it. If I like it, I'll put it into my, larger bed rotations. If I don't, don't." So this year, I took one of the 25-foot beds, and I planted sweet potato slips in there. Well, lo and behold, I got 200. It was an amazing amount of sweet potatoes. It blew my
Off
mind.
of a
They
25-foot bed, you
they
yielded
were
200 pounds?
crazy.
That's
They were
amazing.
growing underneath other beds and all wild, and, like, I was like, "What is going on?" So, it was successful, and it was really fun, and it only took up 25 feet of space on the farm. So, just these extra little spaces get me excited.
Yeah. How was harvest?
It was, like, one of the most fun days of my life.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
Went out.
especially I mean, root crops in general, just because you kinda don't know. I mean, you can see the top of a carrot and it kinda
Yeah,
gives you an idea,
yeah.
but it's like, "Oh, man, this one's huge," and you pull it up and it's, like, all mangled and weird, or you're like, "This one isn't gonna be big," and you're like, "Oh my god, this is almost a foot long." But
Like,
yet
it
but
was
sweet
so fun.
potatoes are one of those ones where you're like, it's kind of a mystery. We're gonna pull
Oh,
back all
it's
these vines, and we're gonna see what we have.
I know, and that was fun for me because, like, most of the things I do are very, like cut greens, pull radishes, like, they're all you can see them, but the sweet potatoes, I mean, I was covered in dirt from head to toe because I dug them out by my hands, and
Nice,
I
yeah.
was down on my hands and knees. I didn't use any tools, and I was, like, digging and digging and digging, and it was very exciting. So I think sweet potatoes are now in my mix.
Hello, growers. Protect your crops from harmful insects with Modern Growers Insectanet. This top-tier insect netting made by Modern Grower shields your plants from pests and harsh weather, boosting your yields without harmful sprays. InsectaNet's unique design allows 90% of the light to pass through and is easy to use with low tunnel systems like our Quick Hoops. It's soft, elastic, and durable, perfect for field use to help ensure that your crops thrive. Say goodbye to pest damage and hello to healthier, market-ready produce. Invest in InsectaNet and see the difference it makes. Get InsectaNet at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.